So tonight, reviewing, finally, this bad boy. So, available at B&M Bargains at the moment. They've got 3 versions. They've got the standard Faxe, they've got Faxe 10%, and then they've got this. They're basically the Christmassy version. It says Happy Holidays on the top. It's the Faxe Royal Export. And bugger me, it's freezing in there, so I'm just going to turn my fire on. Forgot to do it when I walked in. Shoot. So yeah, the 10% version was an absolute cracker. That's it. Do apologise. You know, some people are crap at reviewing. You think I'd actually come down and turn the fire on first before I started reviewing? A normal person would have done. So I do apologise for them 20 seconds of me turning the fire on. So, big massive can. Yeah, I'll take some opening. So, good evening. Yeah, what the clicking? Yeah. I think that was the klaxon. The email klaxon to say I'm doing a review. So, never been good at pouring beers. Got to be honest, you know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's a lovely, I would say, golden pour with a big frothy head on it. And obviously, this is more of a lager beer than an actual lager or beer even. Nice, strong, typical lager malt aroma. Although it's got more strength in the aroma than your standard stuff. Yes, beer chat and review of this fella. Yes. I've just put the dinner on. I'm having pork crackling tonight. Pork crackling. So that's gone in the oven. So the oven's doing the job. And I can sit down and have a chill. Bit of a drink. I was going to do it at 7, but the wife says, you'll be in there an hour. And so come down the shed a bit earlier. And then we can watch a Christmas film and just chill out, watch a Christmas film and try not to fall asleep, because that's my thing. You know, you get in front of the TV, the eating's on, you've got a fleece on you, and you're gone, aren't you? I'm terrible for it, absolutely terrible for falling asleep watching films. And I always seem to wake up when the end credits are rolling. What's that about? Yeah. So I've got to say, the original Faxe that was at B&M was a nice drink, and obviously another 1 litre tin, and that was nice. The 10% now, that was something special. Obviously it's from Denmark, if memory serves me correctly. Yes, 1901 established, so it's been around a while. And they make good beers like this. And you go on their website, there's quite a few different, good evening. You go on their website, there's quite a few different versions of this Faxe. I mean, the 10% has got to be the, you know, the creme de la creme. That's a nice, sessionable beer there. Or maybe not for some people, but yeah, 10% nice. And you can feel it when you're drinking it. So definitely a lager. Nice sweetish taste to it. Very refreshing. Good evening. Just watched the chase for an hour, the Christmas chase. Massive crowd in the audience. Obviously, it must be last year's. Can't be this year's. But yeah, it was a good thing to watch. Yeah, I mean, as a fan of beers and an alcoholic, probably, it's 5.6%. You know, I don't just want to drink beers. I want to try ciders, lagers, alco pops, spirits, you know, the lot. It's all about taste, isn't it? And taste matters. You know, stuff with flavour in. I don't want to be drinking, you know. I think there must be repeats, yeah, because the tipping point, just as I was coming down to the shed, that had a crowd in the audience, and there's no crowds. Well, so with coronavirus, there's no crowds anyway, is there? You know, audiences, that is. It is a 1 litre can, yeah. So 1 litre can, I think it was about, the 10% was a fiver. No, I've not tried Buckfast, to be honest. The 10% was a fiver. The lower ABV Faxe was about £3. I think this was about £3.79. Might be wrong, but B&M Bargains, they've really gone to town on this year. Got quite a few of these. And we don't get many Christmas lagers. In fact, I've only drank one. Drank one the other day. Can't remember what it was now, but so yeah. Oh yeah, polar beer. Yes, 10%. Wow. I mean, as lagers go, 10%. That's decent, and it tasted good, good strength, and they do make some nice beers. I mean, some of the 10% stuff in the UK, well, like the Tennant Super, it's not as nice tasting as this. This is a bit more refined. 5.6% this one, so it's not quite Raggy Avenue, but it's a nice strength. And I'm getting two beers from it, so we'll have quite a nice time. So looking forward to Christmas now. Looking forward to seeing what spirits I'm going to try on Christmas Day. I've treated myself to loads this year. Lots of different wines, spirits, and I've brewed a load, and then obviously whatever Christmas presents I get. It's very smooth, very easy drinking, and yeah, halfway down already. Oh God, I'm reviewing on Christmas Day. I've got my son's bought me a totally brewed box set. So it's 7 different beers. Each day has a certain beer for that day. So you start off on Christmas Day, you do the 7 days up to New Year's Day. And basically, it's got a backstory to each beer, and that's what I'll be doing. So it's their totally brewed Christmas Limbo kit. And it starts off with a sour. I know that because I've already seen it's the first beer. But should be interesting. And I'm doing reviews all the way through. Keeps me going, keeps me busy. Gives me some peace time from the house. You know, you need like everything these days, you need a bit of me time, you know, especially if you are feeling a bit stressed and that, or overwhelmed by Christmas. It's nice to get out of the house. I mean, I'm lucky I've got this beer room, so I can come down there and just chill out if I really want to. And maybe drink a beer if I really want to. Good evening. I was. And then the wife had a conversation, and I said, 6 o'clock then. I did post it, so I was hoping that people would catch it on the post. It's 5.6% this fella is. And obviously, so it's like the middles. No, the wife cooks Christmas dinner. No. No. I'll help her, but she does the cooking, yeah. So I'm doing a lot of the cooking on the way up to Christmas. Christmas dinner's ours. Mine's Boxing Day when it's the steaks, because we have turkey on Christmas Day. Yeah. And on Boxing Day, we'll be having steaks. You know, steaks, garlic mushrooms, peppercorn sauce, garlic, and that. No. She knows I'm going to be down here for about 40 minutes yakking. So with tonight, she says, well, why don't you go down at 6? And I thought, oh, okay, yeah, makes sense. Plus, while I'm down here, my dinner's cooking. Then I can go watch a film, and then that's it for the night then, really. You know, a couple of hours watching a film. It's got to be either Home Alone or the Jim Carrey. Yeah. The Jim Carrey Christmas Carol. I do like that film. Although I've just watched the Muppets Christmas Carol today. So can I stand 2 Christmas Carol films in one day? Maybe not. Maybe Home Alone will just edge it today. Talking about Christmas, my daughter's got me a Green King set of mixed beers from Green King. Elf's brilliant. Deck the Halls. Oh, yes. The Grinch, I wasn't keen on that film. And I know the ending was good, but it wasn't my type of Christmas film. Obviously, we've all got our favourites. I need to watch the one with, is it Dean Stewart? The really sad one where he's on the verge of suicide. I need to watch that one. But earlier in the day, when I'm not half asleep, to fully understand his journey from, you know, standing on the bridge going to kill himself to his redemption. And, you know, just to see where that goes. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, the likes of Forest, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And I'll tell you what, these days I've noticed, I've got an Android box in the bedroom, and I used to get Showbox on there and Cartoon HD, and all them sort of apps have all seemed to have been blocked by YouTube these days. Not YouTube, by, you know, the media these days, like Virgin and that. They're all being blocked. And TTV, I used to use that just to watch films, stream films, you know, and that's been blocked also. So I need to get a new app. I've noticed Wonder Woman. Yeah, Showbox, they've killed it. Basically, a lot of these apps were Russian based, but the British ISPs, yeah, VPN's got to be the way. One day I'll have to get there. The ISPs in Britain are blocking all these apps. I've noticed that Wonder Woman is on TTV. I click on it and it's coming up with no links, which is a bit disappointing. It's not like you can go to the cinema to watch it legit either. So annoying, because it looks a fantastic film. God knows how we're going to get it in the UK, unless it shows up on, I mean, we can't go to cinemas. And I'll tell you something interesting. Tonight on Facebook, Alton Towers have cancelled their festive opening dates from the 27th to the 3rd of January already. And something else has been cancelled as well. I think that we are going into lockdown straight after Christmas Day. So you know, this Christmas Day, we're only getting one day to see family. I think straight after that, we're back into a full lockdown for a month. And it'll be interesting. I mean, I personally hope my boss turns around and says to me, I'm going to put you on a 2-day week and then claim the rest as furlough. Be a great January. Good evening. It's tasting lovely. It's smooth. Obviously, it's lager. Yeah. It is a lager, very lager malt on the nose, slightly stronger than the traditional lagers, but very, very easy drinking. I mean, for me personally, if you're in a situation where you can get furlough, but you're going to work a day a week to top your wages up, then it is the dream. Yeah. It's the dream combo, because one, you're still getting 100% of your wages, but you're only working a couple of days a week. Shit for retail, but, you know, I mean, I've worked in retail, I've done 5 years, so I know how rough it can be in retail. For me, a very decent lager, really. I will update the description later just to make sure it says lager. But yeah, votes. But let's be fair, whether you support Labour, whether you support Conservatives or Lib Dems, no one could have envisaged a year like this. You know, this last year has been ridiculous. Brexit's one thing, fucking Corona. Whew. No, just this. But I am going to be here for a while, you know, a good 30 or 40 minute review. Unless I drink this quicker and then put another one on. But we'll see how we go. As long as I don't go up the arse pissed up, because the wife will have a right dicky. I mean, every which way you turn, you're fucked, aren't you? I mean, you know, being brutally honest, You know, it's a no-win scenario. And Keir Starmer, I actually like him as a Labour leader. Much better than the other bloke, that in with the fucking glasses, who was a lefty. Keir Starmer was obviously a lot more towards the middle, like Blair was. And although Blair took us into a war that we shouldn't have gone into, but hey, but you know, it's a terrible situation to be in. You're in a situation where, yeah, you're in a situation where whatever you do, you're doing it wrong. Whatever you do, you're bankrupting the country. It's an absolute no-win scenario. You know, a bit like that thing on Star Trek with a no-win scenario, and then he cheats. But hey, oh, sometimes that's the way, isn't it? You know, cheating to win. Oh, this is a nice cheer me up beer. Can't see me getting 40 minutes out of a review though. Might have to dab another review on. And you know, for me, these are good Christmas present beers. You know, say your wife's going into B&M and you're a beer drinker, or it's the other way around even. The wife's the beer drinker and you're not. You know, these to me, these cans, bang on Christmas presents. You know, you've got 3 of them. 1 of each, jobs are good. And 13 quid, 3 different cans. Save the 10% till the night where you know you're not drinking the next day. Bang on. It is. Especially if you like it. I mean, all 3 of them have been excellent. The Danes, they know how to make their beer. Oh. And yeah, Christmas coming up. Oh, we've been quite stressed. I've seen with Christmas, you know, with this coronavirus, I've seen my wife. My wife doesn't get stressed, but even she's stressed with all the issues. Is it? You think it'd be 1 litre, wouldn't you? At least, yeah. You think it'd be 1 litre, wouldn't you? I mean, God, yeah. 1 litre's a nice size. It's gives you that chance to enjoy it and fully take in the beer. I think it's a great size, as long as the price is right. No, never put it on. And I'll tell you why. There's a lot of false positives with that bloody NHS tracking app. And the thing is, with me, I work on my own all the time. I am always on my own at work. So the only time I'm ever out in the public is when we go to a shop and you're wearing a mask, with sanitising, you know, the chances of me getting it are so minimal. Oh God. I mean, we was in Retford the other day visiting my brother, obviously on a park, because you're not allowed to meet, you know, not allowed to go to the houses. Plus, you never know these days who's going to grass you up. I've seen all my neighbours having people in their houses all the way through since March. And we've been really good, actually. But yeah, and we went past the COVID testing area. You've got about 8 people all stood around, and none of them are flipping socially distant. And these people are apparently on £14 an hour. Lucky bastards. Dickheads that take the piss, like these twats up the road with parties, that's another thing. But yeah, I mean, let's be fair. If you bring it to your doorstep and you break the rules and it kills somebody, then that's on your conscience, isn't it? In that way. But then again, mental health aside, if someone's so lonely that they need someone to come around and visit them, fair play. I mean, I've got a neighbour across the road. She has had a kidney transplant. The first one failed, or was it liver? She went all yellow in the face. It might be liver. And the first one failed. She had another transplant. So she lost the job over it. The NHS were wankers to her. Lovely lady as well. And so she can't go visiting her parents because her parents are older, so they're vulnerable. She's vulnerable. And so we are going to, you know, say to her, look, if you like, we'll cook you some Christmas dinner. Obviously, you can't come across to us to eat it because, you know. Don't you find, though, that the people who are rich, who live on private estates, can do what they like because there's nobody around to grass them up? The brown box thing. So this was a book gave to me last year for Christmas. So craft beers and by Mark Dredge, and it's the Pocket Book of Craft Beer, a guide to 300 of our finest beers known to man. And to be honest, I've never read it. I need to, because it might give me some more knowledge. And knowledge is everything, isn't it, with beers? Especially if you claim to be a beer reviewer. You know, it's nice to have that more knowledge. I mean, to me, it is so interesting learning about beers and learning about the brewing processes and how they make something into what they do, how they cheat. No, I built the shed. I bought the shed years ago as a gym. It was on the other side of the garden then. Built it up as a gym. 3 o'clock in the morning. The instructions that came with it were shit. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm running down the shed. There was a wind fucking blowing all the things off. The roof off the top, the felt roof. So then I used bitumen to seal it down. And then we got rid of the gym stuff. And then we started 4 years ago. I started to turn it. I moved it onto another side of the garden, lifted it up, moved it over, put new, you know, concrete underlays underneath. So it's absolutely solid. And then it's a 16 by 10 shed. And so it cost about 900 quid. I put double French doors on the front. I triple layered it with this foil, foil insulation. Doesn't work as shit, but you know. Then got a mate to plasterboard it. No, she don't mind. No, our dining room. She's turned our dining room into her cake room. So this is my bit of the the house. Although there's still some of her cake stuff in there, which is terrible. And yeah, it's turned into a nice room. You know, for me, it's like a little micro pub in some ways. And once coronavirus has done one, and we can start having people around again, it'd be a great place to entertain. You know, have a few people around, drink a few home brews, and chat, and just enjoy life. You know, because let's be fair, we all want to enjoy. You know, we're only here once, as far as we know. It is. And you know, this year, in March, not long after March, I built the beer wall, as you can see behind me. 8-foot pallets. I managed to drill through the plasterboard into the beams behind, so it's absolutely solid. Last thing you want to do is not get it absolutely solid, because you can imagine there's a lot of money's worth on this wall. There's probably, I don't know, 300 beers on the wall in total. Ooh, Battenberg. Yeah, a lot of my mate come round one day and he says, what are they, all empties? And I says, no, not fucking empties. Why would I keep empties? I chuck them in the bin. These are all, and he couldn't believe that I'd got all full bottles of beer on the shelf. You know, he thought they were all empties. I mean, why would you keep empty beer bottles? But yeah, the Battenberg, that sounds nice, doesn't it? And you know, as a beer fan, and we are beer fans, all of us, you know, some of the beers that are coming out these days are wacky. There's some amazing beers. A brewery near me, Lincoln Green Brewery, they've just announced tonight, I've shared it on my Facebook page, at Big Ben, and it's a 6% strong mild. And it's, you know, the small breweries for me are pushing the boundaries. Something brilliant. The amount of new beers. The only problem is, one, it's getting each of them new beers, and two, it's catching up. There's only so many beers that you can review. Imperial Mild. I'm not seeing the Imperial Mild. No. I want to make an Imperial ginger beer. I'll have a go myself one day. Imperial lagers. Someone's going to come out with something new, like an Imperial cider, just because they can say they were the first ones. Most likely Brewdog. Because they like to do statement stuff, don't they? Whatever they do, it's statement stuff. And I was surprised at how young the lads who own Brewdog are. Oh, they're only young lads. Well, they look young anyway. James and, what's the other name? Fuck knows his name is. But yeah, young lads. I mean, I wish I had the vision years ago to see what was happening. And I've always wanted, in the last 5 years, to open a micro pub. But one, you need money behind you to do it. I think it's all down to strength, isn't it, Imperial? Over a certain strength, it's Imperial. Wow. I don't go to HOs that often. Yeah, I mean, King Goblin at 6.6%. If you read the bottle, it's classed as an Imperial. I didn't know that. Yeah, definitely. Can't beat the strong stuff, can you? Oh. Oh. This can's lasting a while. Quite nice. That first part went down quick. The second part, I'm slowing down. Probably a good thing. That's the whole lot now. Job's a good one. Good evening. It's good. Stresses of Christmas. You know, you think that you've got 2 weeks, 3 days off work. You're going to be so stress free, and then you get you read the news, you watch the news, and you think, oh, for God's sakes, lockdowns and all that other shit. Yeah. And then issues with family members not being able to come around and that. But overall, you know, it's nice to be off, isn't it? Looking forward to seeing what Santa brings. The January lockdown's coming. With what Alton Towers are doing and other people, I reckon the government have already gone to them already and said, look, there's going to be a lockdown. Close it off now. Let people know and go from there. And I certainly think it's coming. Yeah, I mean, lockdown, more reviews. It's not all bad, is it? I mean, I do feel bad drinking like 3 pints a day, but today probably 4. But, wow, you know, it's mental health, balance. Good evening. Do you like my portrait? Golden champion. Oh. Yeah. I mean, I've got some, you know, I've always got some things on the go. I built a bar on the deck and we've never really used it, but we're going to turn it into like a kitchen. So we've got a gas oven and a gas hob. So I'm going to take the bar down, rebuild it into like a mini kitchen with a bar on the top sort of thing for this year. So this Faxe makes some nice beers. Lagers rather. Lager beers, you know, for those people who like the term lager beer. 5.6%. I nearly got it wrong. Lager malt on the aroma. Good smooth lager sort of taste. And, you know, it's a lot more palatable than the likes of Stella and all them lot. You know, if you like lagers but you want to notch up, definitely the way to go. For those who are new, anyway. And the 10% version, well, that's a treat. Christmas treat, B&M Bargains. Not that B&M Bargains ever respond to my tags. Bastards. Oh, it's nice. In fact, 1 litre, so 2 bottles basically. I think it's about £3.79. I can't remember the price, it's been a while. I know that the 10% version's a £5. I think, you know, as you go on drinking, you come away from the Carlings and Fosters and you go on to them. And then all of a sudden, somebody will give me a can of Carling or Fosters and I'll do another, like a refreshment review. And you drink them and you're like, yeah, these are actually pretty good, you know. I mean, we must always remember that, you know, they sell so well because they are what they are. Raw sausages, in fact, I think that's different. You see, the thing is, we're all very different on tastes. And this is something to remind ourselves of. We're all, there's like 7.5 billion of us now, well, apart from those who died of corona. And not all of us have got different taste buds, different likes. Thank God we don't all like the same stuff. Could you imagine if every single beer was a stout? Because that's all we liked. You know, a bit boring place. I actually drank some Alstons the other month, reviewed it for the first time and loved it, you know. And sometimes it's nice to have something different. I mean, I haven't done a cider review in ages, so I need to crack on and do one of them soon. I mean, this stuff. No, Sainsbury's sell Alston pills. I do know that. I used to stock the shelves with it back in the day. Well, I definitely know that I've got 7 days of Totally Brewed, but I've also got 3 days of Imperial Stouts as well. So to do. Oh yeah, ciders in the summer. Oh, you can't beat it. I still think that Brothers Toffee Apple Cider is the best flavoured cider. Copperberg's Pear Cider is the best pear cider in the world. Oh, back on. I don't know what happened there. Fucking thing. So I'm talking away. The screen went silly. Gone down to 5 people now. Fucking thing. And I'm tapping on things. I think, oh, for fuck's sake, what's going off? So I tapped on go live and it says resume. And I'm thinking, yeah, tosser. Anyway, good evening. No, it's on 4G, so she can't pull the plug. Yeah, God knows what happened there. Fucking hell. You're a bastard. That's YouTube for you. Arseholes. But anyway, yes. Jolly good show. And I forgot where I was because I was talking and then all of a sudden it went blank and I'm thinking, what the fuck's going off? You know. Well, here we go. Happy birthday, Pat Keys. Yeah, no, I don't. There's only so many beer reviews you can. Oh yes, I was on about ciders. Yeah, so yeah, Copperberg Pear, unbelievable. As a pear cider. Yeah, I'm getting no notifications of either people commenting or anything else, you know, and it is annoying because, you know, so I like to respond And then I'll be editing stuff, and all of a sudden I'll see comments, and I think, well, I've never seen these comments. So annoying. In the house, it has finished. It's quite nice now, and I still find it's very, very hoppy. Obviously, it needs to mature. So yeah, it needs to mature. So in a month's time, it'll be a much better place for a review. But I will give it probably a review on Christmas Day. Lovely. Going down a treat. I've still got about 3 bottles of prune juice wine. can't do it. Yeah, going down a treat. Good lager. Nice nose, good malty nose, slightly better than your normal lager nose. Very smooth drinking, 5.6%. Oh, and I've got to be honest, I don't get constipation. Yeah, the amount of beers I drink, constipation's never an issue. And yeah, I ought to really go down the parks and say, yeah, mate, bottle of prune juice, get the paper ready. Hey. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of people that are struggling that would like a beer. That might be the thing to do, you know, actually brew some beer or wine and actually just donate it to people sat on parks. But then again, I'd probably kill people. You know, they'd probably drink that much that they'd fucking kill themselves. There's a worry there, isn't there, you know? Yeah, a beer bank. Yeah, I could do with a beer bank. Yeah, Allah. Yeah. I see. Wow, bless. Yeah, prune juice wine. It's different. It's I'd like to see the review. I must remember to look and watch out for a review. You know, because just to see how it's come out. So I've got Barolo wine that I brewed a while back now. That's ready now. But I'm also going to be doing after Christmas Day, probably Boxing Day, brewing. Oh, lovely. And brewing Amarone on Boxing Day, which is an Italian fine wine. With wine, Magnum makes some great beginner kits. The prune, you know, juice wine is a great, you know, if you ain't got a lot of money, juice wine is a good area to go to. And for decent kits, Beaverdale, oh yes, they do some really good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, keep the toilets going. Oh, so I'm glad we're all back. I mean, YouTube obviously did there must be a trigger. What? I've had it before where it just cuts you off. Could you imagine if it was a COVID cure? I was battered. Yeah, and the gurgly stomach. Jesus Christ, I'm there and I think, oh my God. Be an amazing prescription, wouldn't it? Hey. Yes, yeah, a litre of prune juice wine for you. Yeah, take it now, go home, drink it, and enjoy. And being drunk, sat on the toilet, and getting rid. What's not to love? Oh, Bailey's was £9.50 at Tesco's last weekend. Was it last weekend? It wasn't long ago. Yeah, those with RBS, definitely. So, oh, gotta be honest, say it's only 5%. I have no idea what the ABV is. you know, you've got to be talking at least 16%. I used 6 bags of sugar, if memory serves me correctly, 6 litres of prune juice. What I wanted to do was do a plum wine, and thinking that dried prunes are plums. And yet, it didn't turn out to be a plum wine. You know, I was thinking like a plum porter wine. And it turned out to be something totally different. You know, it looked like diarrhea in a bottle and tasted very much the same. Well, I don't know. I've never tasted diarrhea, but fucking hell. Oh, I'll have to, he'll have to do a review or a chat of that and tag me in so I can actually see it. I want to see what he comes up with. But he needs to drink a pint or two just to see what he does. Yeah, that's interesting, that is. Oh. Oh. So, got to say, that was really, really nice. I totally enjoyed that. And apart from it dying halfway through, we'll see what it does on the camera later, see if it... My mum died in 2015 of cancer, and the bastards tried to put me... No more reviews tonight. I'm already tanked enough. Yeah, the bastards tried to put me on... Yeah, they tried to put me on the tills. So you're doing the work on the aisle, but they tried to put me on till training, and it was too much. And you know, I'd had a year and a half of my mum dying, and my mental health was in such a shit state, a bit like it was this year as well. And you know, it's an Achilles heel that you can't shake. And so, you know, I went back into gardening after 5 years out, and yeah, I absolutely loved my time in retail. It's tough. It's, you know, yeah, it's, you know, she had cancer, she got rid, and it came back, and then, you know, obviously it did the worst. But Sainsbury's at the time, they got rid of a load of staff by being horrible to her, by being horrible to the staff. Yeah. And yeah, I had a good 5 years at Sainsbury's, met some amazing friends, and yeah, it was a good time. You know, retail is not a bad area. A better place, yeah. Yeah. I don't, you know, when you're in your 20s, you don't give a shit about what's happening around you. When you're in your 40s and 50s and whatnot, it gets you more. And mental health is shit because, you know, people with mental health care too much. God no. No, I never really fight with anybody, really. I mean, at Sainsbury's, we had a few, obviously, thieves. And there was one day the security guard had got somebody on the floor. I went out, knee on the leg, and stopped it. Bless you. Well, yeah, much better job at the moment anyway. And yeah, certainly than earlier in the year. And you know, basically in your life, when you think that your job is a third of your life, so a decent job makes all the difference. This year's been terrible. You think everybody, those in jobs where you don't know if your job's going to survive, you imagine the stress. If you've got a mortgage and you don't know whether you've got a job at the end of it, bloody hell, so stressful. No, I don't think so. Not with the, you know, I think there was more watching the old thingy beer, the for 67% review. yeah, so wow, this video's gone on for long. Didn't think I'd reach 47 minutes. The wife was right. So yeah, it's been a good beer. I've enjoyed this beer. I've got to say, Faxe makes some nice beers. The 10% is certainly the beer of choice for me. But yeah, and this is the problem, isn't it? With a lot of companies, a lot of people have worked all the way through and not had any respite. And I had some respite at the beginning, and then some respite in November, and be interesting to see after Christmas, because we are going to go into a lockdown. There's no doubt about it. You know, we are going into a new lockdown come December the 26th. You can see it. It's already on the cards. This new COVID strain. Are you in the bath? Fucking hell, you're not pulling one off. I do apologise. The dirty side of me comes out sometimes. But yeah, you can see a new lockdown coming. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to start dinner as well. But yeah, you can see a new lockdown coming. You definitely can. Did I say out of 5? Right, I better do it, haven't I? Fucking hell, I forgot. For me, a great lager. Smooth, nice, good lager aroma. Yeah, some people have really suffered shit. My mates in retail have had nothing but shit all the way through, from shitty bosses to shitty customers. And you've got, it's not been easy for a lot of them. And I've got some great mates in retail. And also in the brewery trade as well. I've got some good mates, and they've suffered throughout, And for me, good beer, good lager beer. Out of 5. We are classing it as just a lager, so it's not got the taste that some beers have got, but we don't worry about beers. As a lager, yeah, I'd say about a 4.5. It is what it is. It's a great lager. These Faxe people make some great stuff. The 10% beer, or lager rather, was amazing. This, a very good Christmas offering. And my second lager, Christmas lager. Wow. And right, better go back up the arse. Feel a tad intoxicated. I do honestly own up to. But yeah, been a good one. Thanks everybody for watching, commenting. For anybody who's got mental health issues, listening, commenting, interaction makes a lot of difference. And it's good. And cheers all. Have a good one. And I'll see you tomorrow. God knows what time, because you never know what time I'm going to crack on. But with a review, that is. Cheers.